Shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well to teach well while learning truth, 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters that are sincere in your children, shalom. And then today's video is going to be titled, Let the Multitude Perish, which was born in vain. And ultimately, that's going into you 2/3 of Jake, man, because ultimately the 2/3 of our people are just absolutely destroyed. And that's basically what I'm going to title today's video, backing off of this video right here that I'm going to play. As you brothers and sisters can see, you know, just the state of our people, man, they're absolutely through. As you can see from the title, it says a mom accused of helping kids beat up a Little Caesars employee now charged with letting them use DRUGSs, right? So like I said, man, this is all our people know, man, is how to do mischief, how to do things that are wicked. You see, this is all Jake Mind is primarily focused on, man, is being demons, man, right? And I'm actually grab a precept, man, that I got real quick through the spirit. This is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, for my people, meaning you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, both men and women, is foolish, right? They have not known me. And that's because our people don't want to get to know the ways of the Lord. You see, because they're fully set in their ways of being wicked, man. They don't want to seek after the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? It says they are sottish children, meaning stupid. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, you see. So to do things that ultimately goes against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Jake is wise to do that. You see, and Eve, but to do those things which is good unto the Lord, which is to turn back from your wrongful thoughts, sins, and doing, sorrowful and remorseful for all of the wickedness that you do in your day in and day out of your life. Turning back to the Lord, you know, from those things, you see, our people don't want to do that, as it says on down. But to do good, they have no knowledge, right? They don't want to do the right thing. It's fully set in Jake's mind to just be a demon, man, right? And this is why ultimately I labeled today's video the multitude pairs which are born in vain, because you Jakes are literally just put on this earth to be ultimately judged by the Lord, man, right? As it tells us right here, I'm going to grab this precept real quick. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? Because you don't have the knowledge of the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you have the knowledge of this world, right? And it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, you reject the knowledge through the prophets. You see, the men that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have set up in these times to ultimately to warn you Jakes, to tell you to turn back to the Lord, you see, and repent from all of the wickedness that you do, right? But guess what? Jake don't want to do that. You see, that's too hard for our people to do the right thing, man. You see, they just want to continue to be evil and wicked, man. Right? It says, I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. And that's what's going to happen, man. In these times of Jacob's trouble, in the times of all of the evil that the Lord is soon about to unleash upon the earth, hey, you 2/3 are going to be cooked, man. You see, because we know that it's already predestined for 2/3 of our people on this side to absolutely be destroyed by the Lord, man. That's what's going to happen, right? So I'm going to get straight into this video. And we're going to just allow it to play. But before I play it, I want to say fair use. Fair use. I'm not getting paid for this video. This is for educational purposes only. Fair use.
A Gwinnett County mother accused of helping her kids beat up a teenager is back in jail. Police say this time she let kids use drugs inside her home. Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson is live near Snellville. Matt, neighbors are very concerned for the kids in the house.
That's right. Concern for those kids and concern for their own safety as well. We tried to speak to somebody in the home today, an adult, but she didn't want to be interviewed. Meanwhile, this latest arrest raises some serious questions about what's going on in the home. Barely 7 months after police say she orchestrated a brutal attack on a Little Caesars employee.
I'm thankful that I'm alive.
Jasmine Landers is back behind bars, facing new felony drug charges after what police say they found in her home.
We hear gunshots from there all the time.
Gwinnett County police arrested the 35-year-old mother last week at the same home near Snellville, where police say she let children drink and do drugs. Photos from neighbors on Friday show police discovering what they say were THC gummies and psychedelic mushrooms inside the home, along with more evidence that children were using drugs.
I don't understand that. Like, how are you allowing underage drinking and drugs and all of that right there as a mother?
The new arrest comes as Landers awaits trial from charges stemming from an attack in March.
All right. And we hear basically what it is they're saying from the little bit of the video I allowed to play. But yeah, man, this is our people, man. A good majority of them, you see, they're just through, man, all together, you know. So I'm going to grab this precept right here. This is Jeremiah 15, and I'm going to read just verse 1 alone. It says, then said the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, unto me, though Moses and Samuel, which we know were two beloved men in the sight of the Lord, you see, they were two righteous men in the sight of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, stood before me, yet my mind cannot be towards this people. That's talking about you 2/3, man. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. That just goes to show you, you see how degenerate our people are in the sight of the Lord, that even if Samuel and Moses stood up for him, the Lord still wouldn't, acknowledge them, man. Right? That's why, like I said, you 2/3 are going to be destroyed, man, on this side. Right? And this is the reason why. I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 3 and read on down. It says, the ox know of his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel, which is a people before is a place. That's talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, right? Men and women. It says, doth not know, my people doth not consider, you see, because ultimately you don't consider the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see, you Jakes don't want to get right with your power. You don't want to seek after the ways of the Lord. You don't want to do those things in which it is that is pleasing unto him to the best of your abilities. You just want to continue to be YNs and YKs and, you see, and all of these other different things, man. You see, you don't want to do the right thing. So like I said, that's why you Jakes are going to have to be destroyed, man. Right? Verse 4, it says a sinful nation of people laden with iniquity, right? That meaning wickedness, man, sin upon sin. A seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backward, right? Verse 5, it says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint, you see, and that's our people. That's why ultimately the only thing that's going to come upon these Jakes is judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because there's no other remedy for them, man. You can't help these 2/3, man. They're just through all the way around, man. As I just read, the whole head is sick, man. From the top of their head to the soles of their feet, man, our people are just completely wicked, right? Verse 6, from the soles of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. So like I said, Jake is just going to continue to go off and off more and more, man, right? That's why ultimately Jacob's trouble and everything else is soon about to come down the pipeline, man, because of you, Jake's wickedness, man, right? And I'm going to grab this precept as well. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. It says, yet I had planted thee a noble vine, right? That's talking about you Israelites, man, because ultimately we're supposed to be, well, we are, right? But like I said, the 2/3 of our people are not. They're not in that spirit. You see, they're lacking morals. You see, they don't have any respect for themselves. They just completely through, you see. But we are a noble vine. You see, the Lord's elect. You see, the 1/3 remnant. Right? It says, woe a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me, right? And that's the 2/3 of our people, right? They're a degenerate plant in the sight of the Lord, right? And I'm actually look up that word degenerate, right? Just for edification's sake. On the AI overview on Google. And it means a decline or to deteriorate both physically and mentally, right? And that's our people, man, right? You go down to similar words, right? To the meaning, it goes into to worsen, right? And that's how our people are getting, man. Just as time goes on, Jake is just getting completely worser and worser, man. That's why the judgment is about to come, man, right? So I'm going to grab this precept as well right here. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It said, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, which is going to be in Babylon, the great America, saith the Lord, right? 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. Talking about you wicked Israelites, man, you Jakes that don't want to turn from your wickedness and ultimately do the things in which it is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua ultimately requires you to do. You see, turning back to him. You see, turning away from your wickedness, right? You Jakes don't want to do that. So guess what? Judgment is coming, man, and it's coming soon, right? But it says, but the third shall be left therein, which we know that's talking about the elect, right? So I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 22, right? Getting straight to the point. It said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, right? That's talking about you 2/3, because ultimately you were only born to be destroyed by the Lord in these times that are coming, right? Because you're not going to receive salvation. You literally was just born here to be judged by the Lord. And that's, a lot of you Jake's fate. Lord's will, we're not of that 2/3 party. Lord's will, and we be of the elect, right? That we're able to escape the judgments that's soon about to come upon the earth, right? But it says, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, which is the elect, For with great labor have I made it perfect, man. You see? So like I said, you know, we are living in a time and season of judgment, man. And the Lord is getting ready to punish a lot of you 2/3, man. Because like I said, you Jakes are just completely done, man. You see? Nothing more, none the less, right? Jake just want to be a damn demon, man. Right? And you Keishas too, man. You 2/3 Eves out there. Hey, the Lord judging you too, man. Right? Because all of you people are through. Right? So with that being said, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying, just something quick through the spirit. Till the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.